Good morning. Yeah, this post tripping with freight trapping podcast. Early in the morning, y'all, we doing something different. Giving y'all something to groove to real quick. So we gonna run it through. Trying to wake you up, get you moving. I know y'all probably out there either getting your coffee, you know what I mean? Getting ready to put in them 11 hours, 700 miles. I just want to come in and, give y'all something, some news, give y'all some post trip that we've been doing from Sunday. So this is kind of a new format that we're gonna be doing. And hey man, this for y'all. I'm a driver, you a driver. We gonna talk. We gonna have fun. We just gonna do a little thing. I'm gonna be about 30 minutes. Ain't gonna be a long show. Just thought I'd give y'all something to listen to real quick. You know what I'm saying? So let's get crunk one time so we can get this show started. I'm gonna let y'all have it something like this. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Wake up, y'all. Wake up.
Straight to the stage, they love me. I understand they hungry, but please don't hate, that's ugly. I've been sliding, shaking, moving. I've been popping in my city. Shawty say she love the way we do it with me. I be too turned up to ever give a fuck. I ain't come to argue, let a nigga fuck.
Come on, driver. Wake up. Get your day started. We finna go in like this. Ah. Yeah. I left that jacket in my closet. All right. I know y'all tired of hearing me say that, but that's my boy Kevin Hart. When he did that kind of took me back. So once again, welcome to Post Trip with Freight Trapping podcast. I am your host, Mr. James Roberts, and I am a solo driver. I don't know why, man. I just couldn't drive teams. I tried it. Real quick story before we get into, what we gonna get into. Had a guy, he asked me to do him a favor because he had, his girlfriend had a cousin that wanted to, they needed a job. So I had a good reputation at the little company I was at as being a good driver and all of that. So what I did was, I said, okay. I told him, I didn't even give him a test. I asked him, I said, man, how long you been driving? He told me, and I was so cool with the guy. I was just like, bro, I ain't gonna even go there. We just gonna get in the truck and go. So I told my boss, I said, I was going to Montana. I told my boss, I said, would you mind looking at hiring this guy? He said, yeah. He said, on your recommendation, yeah. He said, but, take him on the road with you to Montana. I respect your opinion, because I had what I'm trying to say. I had trained drivers before for him, so he was just like, yeah, man, just take him on the road with you, and let me know. I said, okay, cool. I ain't questioning him. I didn't vet him the right way. And this was probably about 15 years ago. I didn't vet him the right way. So, me, I run at night. I'm a night hawk. I'm part of that vamp life. Yes, sir, I'm part of that vamp life. Whenever I drive across country or the road, it's always going to be at night. So anyway, I'm excited because I said, man, I got somebody to help me. We're going to get down there and get back. Get to the truck. He meet me at the truck. We get there. And I say, you ready? He said, yeah. Got his bags, put it in the cab. We got situated. I told him what the route was going to look like. I told him what we was going to do and all of that. I told him that I was going to get us out of Houston. And once we got out of Houston, a couple of miles, 100 miles or whatever, I was going to jump out the seat and let him have it. Bruh, why, once we got on the highway and started rolling, this dude say, oh, man, it's a standard? I ain't never drove no standard. I said, what you mean? Oh, man, the truck I was driving was automatic. I said, huh? He said, yeah, the truck I was driving was automatic. I said, nah, man, come on, bro. Are you serious? Yeah, man, but, I drove a standard car. Man, I'm sitting over there in the driver's seat like, bro, what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? What I'm going to do, man? What I'm going to do? So, I said, okay, bro. I said, man, why you ain't tell me that? Why you didn't let me know that? Why you didn't, tell me all you drove was automatic? But as much as I was putting it on him, a lot of it should have been put on me because I didn't ask the right questions. So now I'm stuck in this truck. I left late. First and foremost, I left a day later than I normally do because I knew I had a driver and I wasn't going to have to stop. This changed everything up. So me, being a thinker and saying, okay, we're not going to hire him, but I'm going to teach him. And so what I did was I said, okay, once we get to a certain point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you, like when we get on the straightaways, I'm going to let you put it in gear and I'm going to let you drive, 200-mile stretches. So when we had 200-mile stretches, I let them drive. When I tell you that I got no sleep, no rest, because every time he would hit it, I would jump because I wanted to know what was going on. Because once he got into that automatic gear, what I call, once you get to your 10 or your 12 or your 18, once you hit that gear, you pretty much just rolling down the highway. So once he hit that gear, and I knew he was in that gear, I just kind of, laid back, went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But then, he started doing stuff like hitting the brakes, slowing down, coming off the gas. And me, being a driver, when I hear that engine either rev up or slow down, I'm jumping up because I don't want to be in the cab if we have a wreck or something. You know what I mean? So, man, long story short, that was the worst. I'm talking about that was the worst drive I've ever had going to Montana because I was off schedule and I didn't know if I was going to be able to get on schedule. But at a point, I was like, hey, bro, I got it. Just let me get us there. After he drove, I let him drive, and I taught him how to downshift, taught him how to double clutch, taught him how to use his jack brake without hitting the brakes. I taught him about the truck as a standard, even though he knew the basics of how to handle a truck, but he didn't know how to drive a standard. Only thing he drove was an automatic. So yeah, that was a horror story for me, man. That was a bad time, bro, on the road, man. It was. I never drive teams. I've never driven teams. Never. Some people can do it. I can't. I can't even sleep in the same room with a dude. When you go out of town or whatever, and y'all with the company, but I can't. I promise you, I can't. I have to have my own space. Because it's men, man. We be in there and scratch your nuts. You want to fart. You don't want to have to hold that in, or you don't have to go outside because you got somebody in the room with you. So it's the same thing when you're in the cab of a truck. That's a hotel on wheels. That's a bed on wheels. That's a room on wheels. I don't want to have to hold nothing in because I got somebody in the back and I don't want to offend him. You know what I mean? You just want to let it rip. You know what I mean? So that's my horror story, man. But this is Post Tripping with the Freight Trapping Podcast, and I am your host, Mr. James Roberts. So let's get into it. So, in the news today, I'm going to start off with this. They came up with some apps that truckers, they say, must have apps on your phone when you're in the truck. And some of them I agree with. Some of them I don't. Most of them I've tried. But we just going to kind of run through some of these and get it moving. Top of the morning to you if you just drove. Top of the morning to you. So, of course, the first one is Google Maps and Waze. Um, Only thing about these apps, they are not truck driver friendly. Waze takes you to the shortest route, regardless. I mean, it's good for a car, but for a truck, if you're trying to navigate through a city that you don't know, you'll end up going down, no truck streets. You'll end up going down weight limit streets. Then they'll end up taking you through neighborhoods with Waze because they're getting you there through the shortest route. So I wouldn't recommend Waze if you're driving in an unknown city. But if you like out in the country road somewhere where you have a new development, where they have new warehousing, or if they have a new structure going up, Waze is good for mapping new structure. Now Google's not good with mapping new structure. That's why sometimes I use Waze, because Waze, like I said, if you got a new build, if you got a new warehouse, if you got a new business that just was erected in the last 6 months, Google's not going to take you there. It'll take you some way somewhere else. But Google is that's the grandfather of maps. But Waze gives you those new new addresses that Google may not. So the next one is, they say, Gas Buddy. That's a hit or miss for me, because I'm not finna be, running around the city in an 18-wheeler trying to find the best diesel prices, to fill my truck up. By the time you do that, you be ran out of fuel. So, Gas Buddy, hit or miss. Trucker Path, that's another one. Never really used Trucker Path. It was just kind of confusing to me. But I think I'm gonna try it out again. I think I just didn't give it an opportunity to check out all its capabilities. So Trucker Path, I'm gonna try that again. Then they says Drive Weather. It shows you the weather, where you are. You can expect to encounter along the way. Another one is Park My Truck. That was new to me. Truck parking is a major pain. Anyone can help you find getting a place to park. So this does what it says. I've never used it because I'm not over the road anymore. So I'm city driver. But it says Park My Truck. That's an app for you guys that's on the road trying to find somewhere to sleep safely. Rolling Strong is an app. Rolling Strong is a trucker specific health and wellness app. I didn't know that. Rolling Strong. It's a health. I'm gonna have to check it out. Rolling Strong is a health and wellness app that teaches you how to get, stay fit, nutrition screenings, and hydration tracking. Supports access to CDL wellness coaches, wellness social page, nearby health and fitness facilities, and medical CDL recertification facilities. So this is good for you guys. I'm not gonna run through all of them, but this is good for you guys who are on the road, 3 months at a time, 2 months at a time, 3 weeks at a time, and your medical license, or you just want to get healthy as a truck driver because you wanna live longer and be there for kids, grandkids, family, or whatever. But that Rolling Strong, I'm gonna check that out, because like I said, that's an app that helps you find where to go get recertified, that type of thing. So I think that'll be a good little app for you guys because I'm always talking about wellness, and I'm always saying how we need to get our insides right, how we need to get our insides right as well as our outside. So there's I think that might be something good. That was pretty smart. Whoever came up with that, I mean, that was real good. So let's move on to our next topic. It's a poll they're taking on Truckers News. They're taking a poll, and it says, what matters more in your job search? Pet or rider policy? So what they mean is pet or rider policies means that while you're interviewing, and the interviewer says, hey, you got the job. Then they say, but we have a policy. No pets or no drivers. Which one means the most to you? If they say no pets, would you turn the job down? Or if they say no riders, would you turn the job down? See, I like pets. I mean, they cool. I'm not one of those avid, dog people, cat people. I gotta have one, to love on me. Because for me, there's no love like human love. But I do know pets are very, very comforting. You know what I mean? And so I'm not against pets, and I love them, but they are they're very tedious. I mean, you have to really take care of a pet like he's your child, and some people don't, man. I mean, it's just some people don't even take care of themselves. Man, I've seen truck drivers with pets. I mean, I one time I seen this truck driver. He had 3 dogs in his truck, and I looked at the windows, and I mean, dashboard just full of trash, and I just looked, and I'm like, bruh, how do you have 3 dogs in your truck? Your dashboard full of trash. First of all, when you pull into a weigh station and they see that trash in your on your dashboard like that, they finna inspect you from the Rudy to the Tootie. So why would you even, why would you even be riding with trash in your dashboard like that, knowing that that's the first tall tale to a DOT officer? Say, hey, yeah, I'm finna pull them in, cause if his cab ain't clean, if his truck ain't clean, then it some gotta underneath ain't clean. See, it's just like when you see somebody at the truck stop and they look like they just don't take care of themselves. First thing you gonna say, well, if the outside ain't clean, then his health on the inside ain't doing too well. Same thing with a truck. DOT will let a nice shiny truck weigh him out, weigh good, he good, it look good, alright, chrome in my face, okay, going on through. But the moment you put in there with a truck that's taped, the bumper taped together, the rear view mirrors got bungee straps around them so that they won't fall apart, your smokestack hanging over, you got one mud flap hanging on by a thread, then you got a rear view stoplight is hanging on by a thread. What you think he gonna do? If the outside look like this, what underneath look like? So for me, pets, not ride with me. But I know that when you're on the road 2 months at a time, 3 months at a time, a pet, one, a pet, is a cool companion. And some people say pets are more loyal than people. You know, I'm just on the side of I put more stock in people than I do in pets. You know what I mean? And I know some people have been hurt to the extent that they don't agree with those sentiments. But at the end of the day, we people, we have our own opinion. It is what it is. It's neither here or there when it comes to pets. For me, I just wouldn't ride with a pet. I know a lot of pets that are extremely nice, and I know people who keep their pets extremely nice. I knew a guy, he would take his pet to the PetSmart while he was, parked or going to get lunch. He'll just take him in there, let him get a real quick grooming, real quick, and bring him back. And his truck was clean. He had a dog bowl over there in the passenger seat. Dog will ride in the passenger seat with him. He'll strap him in, put his seatbelt on him. He had his own little old cage at the top of the bunk. He'll go up there, go to sleep. Had his own little spot on the top bunk. And, that was cool. That was cool. As long as you clean with it. As long as you clean with it, I'm with it, as far as pet goes. But when you allow yourself not to take care of your pets, it's a no-go for me. Now, some of you guys will be like, I need a rider. I'm not trying to do these miles by myself, this. I would rather have the no pet job than the no rider job. Why? I'm married. I have a wife. And if I'm out on the road even a week and she decides she want to go sightsee with me because I'm going to Wyoming, or if I'm going to, Florida. And the thing about trucking is, man, it's a great opportunity for you to kind of get a family vacation without really, without it really hitting your pockets. And so a rider would be more important to me than the no pet thing. So that's just a little survey that they took, Trucker News took over the weeks, to just kind of poll and see where people stand, stood on that, and all of that kind of stuff. So moving on from that, I just want to I don't have an update. If anybody do, hit me up at Freight Trapping podcast at gmail.com, of the brother who lost his whole family out of Georgia. He's in Rex, Georgia, and his name was Thomas Reese. About 2 weeks ago, I let you guys know that this guy was on the road, man, and he got a phone call that his entire family had perished in a electrical fire at their home. So I cashed out. I donated to the GoFundMe, and Apex Capital had created a GoFundMe that I donated to, because he didn't know how he was going to bury his whole entire family. Just sad, bro. Just sad. But I was just, I would just like to know an update. I'll probably Google it later. But as to date, the GoFundMe is up to 35,000. The goal is 50, but you guys go check it out. It's Thomas Reese, Apex Capital created. If you just Google Apex Capital created a crowdsourced funding page, which is a GoFundMe page for that gentleman. Hey man, you know, in these times as truckers, man, we gotta support one another, and I would, and I have. So, hey man, y'all check it out, and you know, just do something for mankind. So, let me ask you guys something. It's a lot of talk going on about the vaccine. So now, Johnson & Johnson has put its hat in the ring as being having a vaccine. Now I know Johnson & Johnson has taken care of us for years with the baby wipes, with the baby shampoo, with the baby bubble bath, and just all kind of baby products for us to take care of our kids. But they also has had some hurdles with the talcum powder, you know, with it causing cancer and all that kind of stuff. So they've put their head in the ring with being a provider for a vaccine for COVID-19. How do you feel about, you know, Johnson & Johnson putting their head in the ring? But how do you feel about, you know, just the overall vaccine idea? Will you take it? Will you not take it? You know, how do you feel about it? Because it's, you know, we recently lost a boxing legend, man. Shout out to Marvelous Marvin Hagler, man. He had a hell of a career. He was, I would say, the last of a dying breed when it came to boxing. They had some of the most epic battles. I didn't even know, as a kid, I didn't even know what weight classes were. All I knew was I liked to box. And I thought, you know, Thomas Hearns and Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard, and I thought everybody was just boxing each other. You know, when you see Leon Spinks and Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali, and you see George Foreman and all those guys, I just thought everybody was boxing each other. I didn't know about weight classes until my brother told me about weight classes, and I started watching Mike Tyson and all of that kind of stuff, and he hit me on the Mike Tyson, and he told me, then he started telling me about all the weight classes. But for me, I couldn't see no difference, because then, not now, because now for me, boxing has become more of a finesse thing. You know, you don't call somebody out, or you don't you know, back in the day, once you called me out, that was it. I'm a punk if I don't take it. I can't be seen as pound for pound number one. So if you call me out, I'm coming. That's how Sugar Ray Leonard, that's how Marvelous Marvin Hagler, that's how Thomas Hearns, that's how Duran, that's how George Foreman, Leon Spinks, Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, that's how all those guys fought. But for me, once the promoters got involved, and you fighting this guy, not gonna get you no money. Like now, it's like, this not gonna get you the money if you fight this guy. This will. Back then, they were worried about more of their reputation than the money. Now they'll worry about more of the money than the reputation. And you can make an argument either way. For me, I ain't tripping. I just want to see a good fight. Either you fight them or you don't. I'm not calling you no punk for not fighting them. I'm not calling you a punk for fighting them. But a lot of people don't want to lose their belts because that's where the money is. See, the thing about it, bro, even in trucking, you can't be scared to take a loss. You can't be scared to take a loss. Don't take a big loss, but you can't be scared to say, hey man, I ain't never drove oversized, but hey, it's 100 miles. I'll give it a shot. That's you elevating your skills and learning a whole nother lane. See, I'm not scared because I've did it before, but at the same time, if I hadn't done it before, I'm not scared to go and, they say, hey man, it's snowing a little bit in this area, so take your time, be careful. Okay, I got you. See, that's the only way I was able to drive over the road and go into certain places and do certain things. Man, I done been to some places where, bro, I'm like, nah, man, I'm not going. But at the end of the day, you gotta push yourself, bro. You gotta not be scared to not necessarily take chances, but you can't be scared to leap. Man, let me go here and get myself educated. Let me go here and get experience. Where I am now, would I have preferred to, do my whole trucking career where I am now? Yeah. Why? Because I probably could retire right about now. I probably could say, hey man, just give me 20 hours a week and I'm good. If I'd have done my whole career as a driver at the place I am now. But what happens is that I look back at the experience I've gained, the places I've been, the things I've seen, the people I've met, and they kind of made up for it all. I understand why people say, hey man, I'm over the road driver. I can't do nothing else. I can't do nothing else. I don't want to do nothing else. I understand when they say that. I understand why they say that. So at the end of the day, me, I love the experience that I've gained over the almost 20 plus years that I've been driving. I love who I've worked for, whether it was good or bad, because like I said, if you never take a chance and challenge yourself and not be afraid to try to slay your Goliath in your life, whether it be conquering a 10th grade, whether it be driving through a hailstorm, whether it be driving through a snowstorm, whether it be, driving at night in the rain, whether it be trying to back into a dock that's full and you have to almost jackknife to get your trailer to the door so that you can get loaded and get out of there. No matter what it be, no matter what the hurdle is, don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Don't be afraid to say, I'll take that. Even though the money not right, I'll take that because I need that experience. And so, nope, I do not regret the experience I have what the experience I have has done is that where I am now, it has allowed me to be just that more confident in what I'm doing, and to make my job that much easier. My job is easy, but it is very safety sensitive, as all trucking jobs are safety sensitive. For me now, I won't move if things aren't right. Back in the day, thing wasn't right. Shit, I'm gung ho. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take a chance. Let's go. Gotta get this money. Let's go. But now, if it ain't right, I'm not moving, because I don't have the time to make up for getting the ticket. I don't have time to make up for, having an accident and first and foremost, I don't have time to look at somebody's family and say I'm sorry because I didn't do my job and now you've lost your family. Which leads me to my next story. It says a Minnesota trucker was ordered to not operate a commercial vehicle after violating an out-of-service order received while driving in Vermont. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration earlier this week announced it has declared Jordan Bain to be an imminent hazard to public safety. When you become an imminent hazard, you'll never drive a truck again. You'll be able to be glad you can drive a vehicle, but you'll never drive a truck again, and ordered him not to operate any commercial vehicle in anywhere. So let me break the story down for you real quick, because we got about 5 minutes. On February 17, Bain was operating a tractor trailer in Fairhaven, Vermont, when he underwent a road safety inspection conducted by the Vermont Department of Motor Vehicles enforcement officer. While asking for Bain's license and another documentation, the officer detected a strong odor of marijuana. The officer asked for permission to search the truck and cab and sleeper berth compartment, which was granted. The officer discovered multiple containers labeled to suggest they contained marijuana. A field test conducted on one of the containers was positive for marijuana. The officer also found an unlabeled pill bottle containing 3 different types of pills. By using online identifiers, the officer found all the pills to be Schedule II controlled substances for which Bain did not possess a prescription. Going on, Bain was issued a citation. For narcotics in the state of Vermont. So, despite the out-of-service order, less than 24 hours later, Bain was stopped by the same Vermont department. This time, Bain, about 2 hours from Fairhaven. Bain has been previously twice convicted by the state. So, the thing is, drivers, you can have any open prescription. This dude here was just this is a dude that just didn't care. You know what I mean? And I don't care if he's black, white, Mexican, Asian, or other. He just didn't care about what was going on the outside of him. And I don't know if he was, trying to get locked up. I don't know if he was trying to hurt somebody. I don't know if he just had an addiction that his employer didn't know about. I don't even know if that was his, own truck or whatever, but I don't know what the issue is, but there's some issues going on with him when you decide, I'm going to take a pill, get behind this truck, and and I'm a pretty much do this here. But I know Mr. Baines, Mr. Baines, Mr. Baines, you are the biggest loser, my bro. You are the biggest loser. You are the reason why professional drivers like myself and other drivers around this country have the laws set to protect the public from people like you. You are the worst of the worst, bro. You are the worst of the worst, because I promise you, if you'd have killed somebody's family because, and it goes on, bro, I hate to say it, it goes on every day. It's some driver behind the truck and he's inebriated, whether it be from alcohol or drugs. And see, the thing about trucking is it's the most forgiving career that you can ever be in, because it gives second and third chances to people who would otherwise be deemed, what do they call it? Will be deemed socially inept or socially, outcast. So trucking gives us a voice. Trucking gives us opportunity. Trucking gives us a chance to be business owners. It gives us a chance to be millionaires, because things gotta move with trucking. So basically what I'm saying is, man, take care of yourselves, man. Don't get behind the wheel of a truck if you have an addiction, if you have a problem, if you have, issues, even mental issues. Don't get behind the wheel of a truck, because I'm not gonna have no sympathy for you if you get behind that wheel of a truck and you kill somebody's family, bro. That just ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work for me. It's a no for me. I don't care what the situation is. It's a no for me. I don't care what you do. It's a no for me, because I have a family that, is constantly on the road without me, moving around the city without me, because I'm at work. And if somebody, whether in a 4-wheeler or 18-wheeler, hurt my family because they decided to get behind the wheel of a vehicle because they were being selfish, I ain't gonna have no sympathy for you. I promise you, I'm not gonna have no sympathy for you. Whatever you get, you get. And I'm a minister, but at the end of the day, my family is my heart. Wife, son, daughter, brother, sister, mother, nephews. My family is my heart. And there's no way I'm going to be okay with you hurting them because you decided to do something stupid as get behind the wheel of a vehicle or an 18-wheeler. You can say what you want to, take it how you want to. You can view me in any way you want to. That's me. So I'm going to wrap this up with our podcast on Sunday. We talk with Miss Avery Robinson. And we're going to have her back on because, some of the video is choppy, but she's going to be back on. And she drives for Bobby Mac One Group Incorporated. I want to give them a big shout out. She gave them the biggest ups that I've heard any driver give an owner operator, and I appreciate them for taking care of her as a woman, as a mom behind the wheel while she's on the road. And I know sometimes, you be like, well, why they don't take it? Well, you're a man. And I know that's a double standard, but at the end of the day, we have to protect women, kids on the road as men. We have to protect them as men as much, because they're out there as single parents, some of them single moms. They're doing it to take care of their kids. They're doing it to make a better future for their kids. They're doing it just like I'm doing it, to build a legacy for our kids. So at the end of the day, we have to take care of them, whether, you see them and they have a flat. Just, hey man, you good? Somebody coming? Okay, boom. All right. Just want to make sure you was okay. As a trucker, as a truck driver, as a man who has a wife, who has kids, who understands that you're just doing this just to make sure your family eats. So we talked to Miss Avery Robinson. Shout out to Mac One Group Incorporated for making sure she's good on the road. And, she talked about some of the ups and the downs. She talked about some of the things she encounters on the road. She talked about being the mother of 2 kids, taking her daughter on the road with her, showing her daughter about transportation, because whether you know it or not, she's building. And so for me, I would always say, it ain't too early. It ain't too early, and we got to understand that it ain't too early to teach your kids how to defend themselves. It ain't too early to teach your kids about money. It's not too early to teach your kids about dispatching. It ain't too early to teach your kids about the load board. It ain't too early to teach your kids about how to have good customer service and talking to people. It starts now. And she had her daughter with her, and she taught her daughter about the truck. Now, her daughter, as her mother is a truck driver, if her mother keeps pouring into her, she already has the knowledge of a truck. So whatever area she decides to go in, if that's what she chooses, she may be able to run her mother's company. If her mother decides to get 5 trucks, she could be behind that board. Hey mama, we got this board. We got this here. We got this load. This load good. This load bad. He right here. He only 5 miles away, mama. This good right here. You don't understand how trucking impacts even the youngest if you give it to them. And if you give it to them at a young enough age, all it's going to do is cultivate. So shout out to Avery for teaching her daughter, another lady, another up-and-coming woman in transportation, giving her daughter the game. And then she talked about just, having a network of men that, supports her while she on the road. So that way she doesn't have to take a chance and say, man, I need to find somebody that can help me talk me through, help me, moving this tandem, or help me making sure that this load is strapped, because I kind of felt it shifting in the back, and help me with the fact that, I think my radiator finna get ready to go out. She have a network of people, dad, uncles, cousins, and then the own operator she drives for take care of her. But as a female, man, y'all on that road, man, get you a network. Get you people that you can call. Get you a mentor that you can call and talk to through any situation, bro. And guess what? If you don't, you got the podcast. You got me. You got my wife. She normally be on the podcast, but this just a post trip, so it's just me. You got that. So listen, man, it's been a pleasure. This is going to be a new format for us. We're going to be coming in doing this here. We're going to do a pre-trip. Once we upload these videos, these interviews, we're going to do a pre-trip, and then and then we're gonna do a post trip, just like I'm doing now. It's gonna be all about trucking news. We're gonna talk about what they got going on. I'm gonna bring you some new things in trucking, and we just gonna have a conversation about it. And then you can email us at freight trapping podcast at gmail. And don't forget, go to the YouTube page, subscribe, click the like button, go back and view some of the interviews we do. Click the like button, share. I'm telling you, this is for truckers. And give them the email, cause I interview any and everybody. I just don't interview, those who making money. No, I want to talk to you while you in the cab of your truck. I want to interview you while you in the cab of your truck. We can talk while you're in the cab of your truck. That's what I want. This is for us. And then next, I want to do this before I leave. Shout out to Highway Bully. Man, appreciate you for repping the brand. He got his own brand. And then I want to shout out Truck and Hustle. Hey man, you on the business side of things, bro. I appreciate you bringing light to some of these millionaires and billionaires that's doing things in trucking. While you up there, I want to make sure that these truckers down here got a word, man. So all of this stuff working together, we are the culture, and the culture are we. Hey man, appreciate you guys. Have a good day, man. Be safe out there, and don't let nothing get in your way, and never ever think you can't do anything. Hey man, this has been a Freight Trapping Podcast. I've been your host, Mr. James Roberts.
Once you live it out, I picked up pieces from my childhood in a broken house and heal my soul from the trauma we've been given now. I hear the whispers in the wind under smoky clouds and tell myself once again, I'ma work it out. So much shit can happen, yo, it got me tripping now. Yeah, it's feeling different now. Feel like I'm zoned out, put my phone down, damn it's cold out. Plotting on a rollout, we took our own route, really on our own now. These them winter schemes, plotting for better dreams, cooking flows and melodies for OGs with felonies who've been locked since the 70s. You gotta pray for enemies with jealousy, they only feed off the good-hearted. Just don't bargain, stay in your lane and keep hogging. Know that you a target and gotta finish what you started. Life of being an artist, gotta show them where your heart is. Put your all in, keep calling, keep going, don't stall it. Don't fall for what they all been dishing out. Just be yourself and it'll work. I wonder, is it worth living now? They told me dreams come true once you live it out. I picked up pieces from my childhood in a broken house and heal my soul from the trauma we've been given now. I hear the whispers in the wind under smoky clouds and tell myself once again, I'ma work it out. So much shit can happen, yo, it got me tripping now. Yeah. It's feeling different now. Yo, living in doubt could be the death for you. It's only a few that'll rep for you, and rarely ones that'll step to you and let you know where you wrong at instead of letting you ride away in your soul. Rather be whole and pure in my spirit. This life never ending until you near it. A lot of shit to bear with. Sometimes you don't wanna share it, but don't keep it in cause you fear it. It's an epidemic sound and you can see right where I'm headed. I'm elevated, oh yeah. We was waiting, oh yeah, to make a statement, it's clear. The way them boys persevere. Yo, we taking the stairs. Don't let them get in our air. They go watch, I'ma stare. Tell them pull up a chair. God gon' answer our words. Living now. They told me dreams come true once you live it out. I picked the pieces from my childhood.